Okay, now tell me how you make a mosquito swisher.
You take a pair of a fork, and you go down just like that till you split all the leaves or whatever you call them, and you keep doing that, and then that's when before it dries, and then Joe puts a cord on there, and then I've had it on the porch ever since, because I love nature. I love nature. So that's what we did, and this is, oh, I don't know how old this must be. And then you see I have sea oats.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's against the law. It's against the law to cut those now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you see how old those are.
Yes.
It's a beautiful bouquet. Look at the size.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Remind me to
They
turn the
want
camera on again.
wanted to throw them away, but I wouldn't let them. Wouldn't let them. But no, I'm having an awful time. You want this on anymore?
I'll hang it back up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And you notice those two, what you call it, on the porch, on the wall?
Yeah?
Well, I picked those up one day when I was walking my little bucket. And put them on the porch. I love things like, and I love nature.
Let's see. Come on.
That's the royal palm.
Oh. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
That's from the royal palm.
That's really, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
The
so.
color on that. It looks like it's been dipped in.
Silvery, yeah.
No, it hasn't, but they do color them.
Yeah.
They do color them. Well, you hope, I met several from San Juan, I said, what's her name?
Mary Bell. Mary Galt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another lady.
Milbury Rushworth.
I don't remember her, but I do remember Mary.
Mary.
And,
And they came out and asked you some questions about the post office, I
oh
think.
yeah.
What was the name inside?
Mary Ann.
Mary.
You know, it said the Island Reporter.
Oh.
Mary Ann.
McElward.
McElward, yeah.
Is that her
Yeah.
name, Mary Ann?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mary.
Mary Ann
That's right.
came one day, oh, it's been perhaps a couple of months ago, and she wrote, my picture's on the front page, and Carrie Reed, Ebsworth, and I told a story in that.
Great.
Uh-huh.
So, I talk once in a while to her, and then Eleanor's my good friend, Eleanor Durham,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and she wrote a book, you know.
Right.
In fact, I think that was a couple of books, wasn't it? Weren't there two books?
There's one book
Several
that's been
editions,
revised.
yeah.
Oh, is that
She's
it?
added more to it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, a
see.
long section about your family.
Pardon me?
A long section about your family, the
Oh,
Reeds.
Yeah. And my dad, as you know, perhaps at the museum, and I'm going to give this to the museum when I'm gone. That's antique. A friend gave that to me years ago, and she's passed on now.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to Eleanor, Eleanor went to school, you know, on Sanibel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's up in North Carolina. She goes up there every year.
Mm-hmm.
But I've given, see, 'cause I live from one day to the next. I don't know where I'm going to pass on. So days are uncertain for me.
You remember where the school was when you went to school
Yeah.
on the island?
The Pirates Playhouse.
Uh-huh.
That's where I went to school. That's where I went
That was
to
a long walk.
Well, we either had to walk if my father, we didn't have cars those days, you know. And he had a horse, and and wagon and a buggy and all that. And so, you know, where we used to live, I think that they built a new home there, haven't we torn ours down? And, but Eleanor wanted to have it taken up to the museum, but I understand it had termites.
That's what they said, right.
Well, why couldn't they kill the termites?
I guess they'd had them so several times, and each time that they sanded the floor, it got thinner and thinner. The termites were in the floor and in the walls. You know, they had done some damage, and then they'd kill the termites, and then they'd come back.
Oh, we had this
do more
when my
damage.
husband lived. We had this house termited, but they put a tent over the house, and you know you can't go in till the next day. And but
It was termite damage over
but they could,
several times,
I see.
but it was a shame.
It was.
We have a little post office, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you have my dad's post office and the little letter, where they used to put the letters. That's up there, I understand. And so anyway, what's that, honey?
This is a picture of from the water.
Oh, yeah. At my Aunt Lucy's, yeah, Reeves Richardson. That's right. My Aunt Lucy had owned this hotel, and my grandfather's house was in the middle, and our house was this one, and then had a little house right here. Yeah. Well, isn't that nice? See, this was my Aunt Lucy's hotel. I've forgotten just what that was. But anyway, that's my grandfather's house, and that's where our house was. And then it had this little brown house right there. And so yeah, we had a dock. She had a dock out, and she had people from the north that would come down, you know. And then in those days they had when the island was booming, you know, with the vegetables and things. And so my father, besides being a postmaster, he was everything. He was a postmaster. He was a census taker. He was express agent. And well, I don't know if he did everything that was supposed to be done.
Farmer and a fisherman.
Pardon?
A farmer.
Yeah, he loved the soil. Besides his post office, he would call what we go up on the island, and he had the most beautiful vegetables one could ever see. His green peppers were right like that, and tomatoes were the tastiest in the world. They claimed the best flavor. So, but oh my now.
Couldn't afford to farm now.
Yeah.
Well, there's no place to farm.
Yeah.
There's no place to farm.
That's true.
So your Aunt Lucy had people coming back year after year?
Oh, yeah,
to
she has
her-
nice, lovely people. One lady from Connecticut, she and her husband used to come down, and she and Aunt Lucy were just like sisters. And so, in Bertha, that's Aunt Lucy's daughter, she would take, Bertha would go back to Connecticut and stay with them. So, and they called her Aunt Mabel. Her name was Mabel Buck. They called her Aunt Mabel.
How many rooms in that hotel? Do you remember how big it was?
Well, I can mentally see she had upstairs, of course, where the bedrooms were, and then she had a large kitchen and what do you call pantry, and then she had a big stove, and then next to the kitchen was the dining room, a big long table, you know, where the people would sit and eat. So they were just like family. You know, they'd all hand the dish to one another.
Boarding house.
Pardon?
Like a boarding house.
Oh, yeah. So she had some lovely people there, but they're all gone.
Where would she get the food for
Well, you know, then we had
I guess.
to send to Fort Myers on the boat.
Mhm.
Call in the order, or mail in the order, I've forgotten just what, but anyway, then the mail carrier Singleton brothers, they would bring things to the dock, you know, on the boat.
Mhm.
And that's the only way that was before any ferry, you know, or anything. If one had to come to Fort Myers, he had to have a motorboat, you know. So, anyway, those days are gone. And I wish I was gone with them.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, yes, I do, honey. God only knows how I want to leave this earth. I don't want to live here any longer. Because I'm suffering.
Mm.
I'm suffering. And, see, I was in a car wreck. And I haven't been, of course, I'm 91. But I don't think I'd be like I am if I had not been in the wreck. See, they didn't expect me to live. Because when Paul, my nephew, that's the one that's in the service for 30 years, his daughter and I used to go shopping. So this special day we went shopping, as usual. And you know where the Coca-Cola plant is?
Mhm.
Well, we were turning from the Publix. We're coming down, and she went down to this corner. She was going to turn left when this man ran into us. And I evidently was knocked out the first time he hit, because I didn't know when they took me to the hospital. I didn't know anything for I don't know how long. My neck was broken. The nerves in my ear were damaged, and that's the reason I lost my balance. And then I had to use a collar on my neck for months. But my face and head caught it. So evidently, when the car ran into us, I was bumping all around in the van. Must have been, because my face, they said it was all blown up like a balloon. And all black and blue, and my eyes were closed, and so, I don't know. And I
Oh,
had a
that's
little
terrible.
dog Bucky, my nephew took care of her, but if I hadn't had her, of course I didn't know, but it would have been much better for me if I had gone on, than I wouldn't be suffering all these years. So,
That's hard.
It
I'm
is.
sorry.
it is hard. And then now she's gone, which I miss her, talk to her every day, but she was a beautiful little cockapoo. And so she had to be put to sleep. Didn't kill me.
I'll bet.
And so, but now, as much as I miss her, I'm thankful she's not here. Because I wouldn't trust anyone else, you know, to take care of
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She had the best of care. She ate before I did. And she had, we'd take her out, and she had a little thing, she didn't feel well, so off to the vet she'd go. But she was 13, the vet said, when they put her to sleep. And she was blind. So
Well, let's
like I said.
try to remember some happier times. Hmm?
Pardon me?
Let's try to remember some happier
But
times.
I've had some rough times, honey.
Yes, you have.
I certainly have. And I've always...
It hasn't been easy the last few years.
Oh, it
And
hasn't
well,
been.
it wasn't easy when you were a girl either, when you were growing up.
That's right.
Got another picture.
What, honey?
Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, that's Paul's mother, Florence. The first one. And then the next one is, Bertha, I think, my cousin. And I don't know who this other one is. And then there's Hazel, my sister, and me.
Yes.
But I can't remember who's this lady.
Was this a Sunday school?
Pardon me?
Was this at Sunday school?
It was a thing, we had Easter and everything at the school. Everything was
Oh.
at the school. You know, we had Christmas program at the school,
Right.
you know, and everything.
All the holidays.
Mm-hmm. She says Easter. Christ
Yeah.
is risen. So I don't remember being in that.
But there you are.
Yeah. What were we holding, lilies? Easter lilies, I imagine.
Maybe.
Pardon?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have a relationship. Here's a picture of the school, and you're in this picture too.
Is that me?
Not
you
sure
sure?
which one it is. I don't have the list.
I used to have curly hair.
Uh-huh. You're in the front. I think it's right about where you've got
I
your
believe it.
source in there.
I believe it. I think so. But I don't know. Well, then my sister Florence, and that's our school that I went to. And I don't know, only one person, that was Ray Johnson sleeping on the tree, or post or whatever it is.
How many schools were on the island then?
Pardon me?
How many schools were there on the island? Just
Just that one.
just that one.
Yeah, this was, if I remember correctly, this was Mary Walden was our teacher. That was our teacher.
That sounds like the name that was on there, doesn't it? Yeah.
Could be,
Uh-huh.
Mary Walden. So I never would have recognized her, you know, but that was that all it was at our school? Must have been.
Well, there's another picture here. This says it's a Sunday school, and there's a lot more people. There's a lot of adults as well as children, and there's a number of names
Pardon
on
me?
there, but that's a lot of people.
Oh,
on
yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't know any of those. Well, you folks are certain. Katie Adkins. Maybe, yeah, Paige, yeah, I remember her. And George Buck, that's the one I tell you was Mabel, Aunt Mabel, and Lyman Frank. And I don't know the other one. Jesse Adkins, yeah, I knew him. And Katie Adkins, I knew her. And Oliver Adkins.
Were they farmers?
Pardon?
Were they farmers?
Yeah, most everyone was. And maybe Emma Young and father, Baxter Young, yeah. I remember Baxter Young. And her name is not Emmy, it's Emma. E-M-M-A. And Leroy Johnson, Ernest Bailey, of course I knew him, and Ed Walden, and Irene Riddle. Yeah, they were Louise Riddle. They were sisters. They were sisters. And George Riddle, you know, Clyde Riddle. She married Leon Crumpley, you know, used to be captain of the ferry.
Yeah.
She was a captain.
Yeah.
He was a captain of the ferry.
Right.
And she married him. And Clarence Rutland, of course, I knew him and his wife. Ruth,
Yeah.
and Homer Wild, and Belton Johnson, Ray and Fred, Jake and Hugh Fowler. You've got here Bertha Haskell. She was Bertha Daniels. It isn't Haskell.
Daniels.
Daniels.
Haskell Daniels.
Haskell
Daniels.
Daniels, yeah.
Haskell was the
Right.
first
Haskell
one,
and
yeah.
JB were her, Haskell and JB were her brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not Bertha Haskell.
No,
Bertha
right.
Daniels.
And Florence, Carrie, and Hazel. That's Paul's mother. And Hazel, my younger sister. And Mr. Hughes, he went out vaguely to remember him. And I don't even remember this principal.
That sounds like just about everybody on the island, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone knew one another
Yeah.
on the island. So you folks are lucky to have
Yeah.
these pictures.
Yeah. The farms, from the Reed Dock area, and you went up towards the main road, you were going up towards the Mitchell's place?
Well, that's where we were in the hurricane.
Uh-huh.
You know, 1910 hurricane. Our house, my father was gone on a boat, and we didn't have him, and we all went to in our house until the house, the windows started to blow in, blow out, and so it kept getting worse and worse, and the tide was coming in. So we had what's called a big wash house, and we went in there. We just had gotten out of our house when it blew down, and then we had to wade. So it got so high there, we had to wade up in what they call the flat, you know, in the back of our house, and we had to wade through all that water up to our knees or more, and the hurricane blowing 110 miles an hour. So we,
That was your mother and your sisters?
yeah, and then my Aunt Lucy's husband, and there was another man that was up in a tree all night during the hurricane. And so anyway, I can't remember very clearly if my Aunt Lucy's hotel blew partly over on the end of my grandfather's house. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, then, and then in my grandfather's house, my dad had his post office. It was in there. See, my grandfather, I'll never know this day why he built such a big house. He had a 2-story house, and I think it was 2 or 3 bedrooms upstairs, and he was alone. And then the little place in the back was a post office, and then supposed to be one's sitting room, is where the people would come and get their mail and do things. So that was in 1910. I'm telling you.
All right, the house is collapsing, you're huddled in the wash house there. Oh, no, you're walking across you're wading up to your knees across the sand
Yeah, these were up down there.
to
Pardon?
the Mitchell's house.
Yeah, and then she took us all in. We were wet as we could be, of course, and she managed somehow. She gave us warm clothing or something, shorts or whatever she could find, until the next morning. See, my father was gone all this time, and we didn't know if he were dead or alive. But you know, you've heard of the Woodrun. Well, they were sea people, seafaring, and they went with my father. And if it had not been for Sam and Harrison Woodrun, perhaps my father would have been drowned, lost. But we didn't know what happened until the next morning. One would never think that it had been a hurricane. Of course, we saw our house was flat as a pancake. And anyway, we that morning, we saw a boat coming. And my sister, and we knew that it was my father's boat, because they had arrived and were coming up to the shoreline. And so the sister went out, clothes and all, to see him. She was so happy and glad to see him.
Yeah.
But we didn't want him to go, but he went anyway, because he was a census taker. But he should have known better. Perhaps he did, but he just didn't.
After the hurricane, where did you live?
We had to live in our wash house. We had to live in that wash house until the
Was that behind these buildings?
Pardon?
Was that behind these buildings?
The
Where was
wash-
the wash house?
The workshop was on the side of the plant. It looked like it was a tree, but it was just on the side of
Right in
our
there?
house.
Okay.
Right in there.
Oh.
And we had to live there until friends helped my father build us a home. But he said never again will you build a two-story house. So we built the one that we have.
Mhm.
And he said this house is going to be built, it'll stand on anything. So he did, he had it braced all up on the top and everything. And so there was
Why didn't he want to build a two-story house? Because it was...
because of the hurricane, I suppose. Anyway, so he built this one-story house.
Uh-huh.
But it was nice and comfortable.
Mhm.
Two, excuse me, two bedrooms upstairs,
Mhm.
and one was the girls, and the other was my father and mother's bedroom.
Mhm.
And then my sister Florence, that's Paul's mother, she and Bertha would come up here to Fort Myers, and now, you ever heard of Effie Henderson Winkler? Ethel Winkler Henderson? Her father was a doctor, and Florence, my sister, and Bertha would come up here and take music lessons, piano lessons.
Mhm.
And so my sister was a beautiful pianist, and so they'd come up once a week, you know,
Mhm.
and at Flossy Hill, you remember hearing about
Uh-huh.
Flossy Hill's mother had a boarding house,
Okay.
so that's where they would stay overnight, then come back on the boat the next day. So things have all passed
Yeah.
forevermore.
Where was the Riddle farm?
They lived up on, it's been so many years, of course I wouldn't know that, but you know where, you don't know where Belton Johnson's father lived, do you? Right on the corner.
Tarpon Bay?
Tarpon Bay and Periwinkle.
No, where they were, this road, say here, the left goes to the Gulf,
Mhm.
and the other goes up toward, Wolford and Captiva.
Okay.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's where they lived. And the Riddles lived on the right-hand side, if I remember correctly. The Riddles lived on the right-hand side of this road that takes you to the Gulf. And then they had a colored church
Mhm.
that once, the colored people's church, you know.
Mhm.
And so, then I think they made, if I'm correct, that they made it into a school.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
they went to,
Mhm.
the
That's
children
right.
went to
Uh-huh.
school.
And that's where the Riddles farm started, and that's where their
I don't know
house
exactly.
was.
I don't know, because the whole island, people farmed,
Yeah.
and I don't know where now my father had, from our house, there's a road called a sand flat, you know. It went up on the side of our house on up to the island. And on the left is where my father grew his vegetables. We would walk up to school that way. And then, I don't know whether you remember this, but Mr. Johnson, if I understand correctly, that he built this walk so we could walk up to school because there was water. You know, he built this wall
Mhm.
so we could,
Mhm.
and one day, my sister Florence, I think, had just bought a new book for school, something. Anyway, she dropped it into the water, but I don't know to this day, did she get it or not. But the bridge was quite high.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was just boardwalk,
Uh-huh.
and that's the way, and then later, Hazel, my other sister and I used to my dad bought us each a bicycle. So we used to have to go way around the Baileys on up to the schoolhouse. So it wasn't easy.
No, you had, how long a day was school?
3 o'clock.
Around 3.
What time did it start?
I think if I'm not mistaken, it was 9 o'clock or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Take you half an hour to get to school on a bicycle from there.
it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. Oh boy, was I glad in school then. I said, I don't think education is worth it. What we went through.
How many kids in your class? Do you remember how many youngsters were in the school?
No, honey, I'm sorry, I don't remember. We had, well, it was one room schoolhouse, you know. So we, and I remember it was a long bench at each grade, you know, we'd go up and where the teacher was.
Uh-huh.
And we'd all sit on this bench. Each grade. Well, they only taught up to 8th grade then. So I went through the 8th grade twice to be going. And then I came up and went to, well, my folks didn't want me to come up here. But I went to high school for a while. And then my mother, what do you call it? They call it rheumatism or arthritis now. But she was so badly in pain that I left the school and came down to help her. So I didn't go back. So I didn't finish. I didn't finish high school.
You stayed here in town. You boarded.
No, my sister Leah, my elder sister, her husband was a bookkeeper, and I stayed with her while I was going to school. Then I left and went home. So that was the end of my education. But I want to tell you that in that high school teacher, I think she was one of the best in the world. I have never forgotten. Her name was it was either Elsie or Alice. But she was certainly good. But she really knew how to teach English. I never have forgotten that she says, one time she was telling us, she says, the only time to use got is when say, if the house is on fire, have you got the bucket? Have you got the bucket? You know, put out the fire. I've never forgotten that. Well, she certainly was good. But those days are gone.
Yeah, the one-room school is certainly gone.
Yeah. And, well, what are they doing going back? Do they still have the pirate playhouse?
The building is still there. It's renamed.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's now the
Old
old schoolhouse theater.
Yeah.
Old schoolhouse
the old
theater.
schoolhouse theater?
Mm-hmm.
And they're still keeping it? Well, wasn't it Eleanor that was hoping that they would put it up on the,
There's
At the
still
museum.
hope.
Pardon?
There's still hope. They're hoping
Oh,
still.
yeah, still hoping. Well, the same people own it, or?
The same people own it who have had it for about the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. It was
And
called-
as long as they're taking care of it,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
then that's fine.
That's right.
When the owner of that property wants to turn it into something else, then I'm sure he'll donate the building.
In those days, I never realized that I'd be going through what I am now.
No.
I'm almost bedridden. You wouldn't maybe think it, but I am. I have to have a lady. I'm fortunate in having good Christian friends. And this one is. She's overweight, but she's on a diet. But she's a good person. So.
She helps you?
Pardon?
She comes to help?
Yeah, she comes at 9 o'clock and leaves around 1. But I did it as long as I could, but it became so difficult to even prepare my breakfast. That I just had to have someone to and then do the dishes. And she's been cleaning a little each day, this and that. She's slow. She's very slow, but she's pretty good.
It's good to have company, too.
Well, yeah, but if she does her work, well, she does. I don't get to see her much of her, you know.
Right.
Of course, you know, you can't pay someone for not working. So,
Yeah.
anyway. Have you had any rain on the island?
Rained yesterday.
Oh, it did? Sometimes it rains. Now, Paul, my nephew, lives in Fiddlestick. And sometimes it'll rain out there, and we don't get any here.
Yep.
But I think it rains more out there than it does here. You know where Fiddlestick's is.
Yeah.
That's where he lives. He has a beautiful home on.
There's
right on the
lovely
canal.
homes out there.
Pardon?
Lovely homes out
Yes,
there.
oh yeah, that's the only ones that can be out there. And you know, with that beautiful home and all, I'd rather have my little frame house in there.
This is a very pretty little house.
Well, thank you. But I used to be so independent, and I could do everything. Even Joe passed on in '84, and I used to do all my mowing, housework, trimming, washing, everything.
Like you were saying about your father, you know,
Pardon?
your father could do a little bit of everything. You did a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's a characteristic of a person who grew up on an island.
Well, sure, people from Maine, they're all seafaring people, mostly. And so it's hand down. I even, you see, Paul and his father was Paul's father was, during the war, he was what do you call it on the submarine? Having to do with sending messages, or what do you call it?
Radio operator, or
Telegraph.
Something like that.
radar operator. Oh, well, that wouldn't be sending messages. Radar,
Well, anyway, they
sonar.
They I guess one time they were almost torpedoed, and but fortunately they weren't. But then he was, and now Paul, he was in the Navy for 30 years, and he came out as a captain, but he didn't want to be in there long. And so Paul's son was in the Navy, and he's an orthopedic surgeon, and they live in Oklahoma. But see, it comes down on all
Generation.
Yeah. Why don't you go back to your grandfather first coming to the island and
Pardon me?
tell the story about how your family decided to come to Sanibel?
Oh, I've told it so many times.
Yeah, well, one more.
Yeah, as I said, he was a captain in the Navy, my grandfather. And so their ship sailed down the Caloosahatchee River to Sanibel, right on the bay. And so when my grandfather saw this place where we were living, he said, when I retire, that's where I'm going. So he did. And then he had my father and mother come down, and everyone homesteaded then. So they all homesteaded, and then my father became postmaster. And so that's the way it happened. Why they my mother didn't like it.
No?
She didn't like it here at first. I mean, you know, being used to New England way of cooking and everything. Remember, she was the most wonderful cook. Oh, she was you know, and then one had to cook those days from so-called ground up. You know, you couldn't go to the store and get this and get that, but you had to do it yourself. So that's what she did. But oh my, because she made the most wonderful pies in the world. And cake. I remember she had And now, a lemon pie is my favorite pie.
Mhm.
So she'd make a lemon pie, or lime pie,
Mhm.
with a deep meringue on it.
Uh-huh.
And then she'd make coconut pie. Well, she made just about every kind of pie, for sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. And she made cakes. She did all those things.
Mhm.
And then when she was a, what does, I'm forgetting, one that, can't see a speck of dirt or anything.
Mhm.
I forgot what I want to say. But anyway,
A good housekeeper.
Oh, she was. She and my dad did everything. They even papered the kitchen. They did it all themselves. On our big table, family table. I can remember they'd cut the strips of paper, and then they'd make the glue with flour, I believe. Anyway, they
the
would
wheat
do that,
paste.
and then they would hang the paper. So that's what they did.
Mhm.
When did your grandfather first see Sanibel?
Pardon?
When did your grandfather first see Sanibel? When he sailed down the river?
Oh, I don't remember that. You'd have to ask Eleanor. Eleanor perhaps knows more than I do. And now even Paul, then when I married my first husband, that's my first husband.
Uh-huh.
He was mayor of Fort Myers. His name was O.M. Davison.
Oh.
And so he and a partner owned the first puppy stuff grocery store in Fort Myers.
Mhm.
So he he was overweight, and the doctor told him that he had to get out of the business, indoor. And so he did, and we went down to Sanibel. So that's why, but then we were on a doctor's estate for Dr. Howe. And see, that was near the bay, where Andy Ross,
Mhm. Mhm.
well, his place was just back of that. I mean, front of it, perhaps you'd say. And he owned quite a large estate. And then my husband, O.M., he was mowing the yard one day, mowing the place, and it was hot. So, and I think if I remember that I told him never, when one is so hot, never to drink cold water or take a cold bath. And lo and behold, he did. Within 1 hour, he had a stroke. He had a stroke and had to take him to Fort Myers up here. And then after he had gotten better, believe it or not, he did the same thing. And he never got over it. He was ill for about 10 years. I had a hospital bed in there and everything. And I had to work. And you didn't have Social Security or Medicare. So fortunately, I had some good friends, and believe it or not, I made $45 a week. And so when I paid, I think I gave him $25 a week. By the time I took care of him and gave him what he should have, I didn't have 1 penny left till the next week to buy anything. I never bought any clothes, I never bought anything but food. So I haven't had a really good life.
Hasn't been an easy one.
No. I hadn't. And I had my mother and father both up here because when Hazel, my youngest sister, she lived on the island, and up on the island, that little house, that's I think it's near the community house. It's a little one-story house, a frame house. Well, anyway, that's where she and Joe lived, and so And that left no one there with my father, mother and father. And so it worried me. So I had them come up here and live with us. So that's why they both died up here. My mother and that.
Who did your sister marry?
Pardon?
Who did your sister Hazel
Hazel?
marry?
Joe Goddard. He worked at
Goddard.
He
Yeah.
worked at Baylor's.
Uh-huh.
He worked for Baylor's.
Uh-huh.
And he would deliver telegrams and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, my mother passed away. She had angina.
Mm-hmm.
She passed away in that front back bedroom. And Hazel, my youngest sister, passed away in this front bedroom. But I remember it took me, I don't know how long, I didn't even want to look in that room. Because it was when my mother passed on.
Sad.
So, it's, yeah, he used to sing in the choir, in the Presbyterian choir.
Yeah.
So after we were married, I went to the Presbyterian church. I used to belong to Unity Church.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have one on Sanibel, do you?
I
don't.
Professional Unitarian.
It's called Unity Church of Unity
Yeah.
Church of Christianity.
No, we don't.
don't have one named that, no.
I don't remember having been there, but anyway. Another friend of mine is, she's married now. She lived on Sanibel. She's a veterinarian doctor. And she lived on Sanibel. And so she had given a good position at the veterinary hospital at veterinary hospital, and at what's the name next to Naples, before you get to Naples.
Benita?
Pardon?
Benita Springs?
No, what's the name of the other one? Benita and
Estero?
Estero?
Okay.
And that's after she was married. Then they bought a place, sold their place on Sanibel, and are now living at what did I just say?
Estero?
Estero.
Okay.
They say they have a lovely place at Estero, right on the river.
Very nice.
So that's a picture of her at her marriage.
Right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So she's a
Pretty good.
she's a nice person too. She's part Chinese.
Oh, yeah?
And her name was Dr. Lin.
Huh.
Her name was Damien Lin was. So she calls me every now and then. Sometimes if she can, if she's coming up to see John, that's her husband's name is John Garber. And they'll come in and see me. Sometimes her mother-in-law will bring me some food. So, but I do have some good friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't keep me from suffering. And now Paul, my nephew, his son, who lives in Oklahoma, is an orthopedic surgeon. He and his family are here, and they're leaving tomorrow for Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're leaving tomorrow morning, and so they won't be back until Sunday. So Paul calls me every night. And but they came away from Oklahoma. They're going to play in a golf tournament
Oh, yeah.
over at Disney World. So then they have a lovely person that works in the office with Jenny. That's Paul's wife. She's a realtor. And her name is Judy. That's the reason I got Judy. Her name is Judy, and she takes such loving care of little Bogey. That's the name of that little dog. And so I was
That's why you asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shirley. And she was over there because I wanted her husband to tighten her, or something, the faucet in the kitchen. And she tried, but she didn't know how. So she said that Howard, that's her husband, he went to the chiropractor. And he evidently hadn't gotten back yet or something. But anyway, she said she'd tell him to come over and see if it needed a washer or if it needed tightening. But water scares me. Any leakage in water scares me. So, anyway, and then my other friend, I miss her so much. She used to live over here on street back of me, over here, back of those apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And they moved to Maravilla, buying a house. And so I don't get to see her often. And she helped me before I got Sharon. But she calls me. She tries to call me every night, but she knows I go to bed at 7:30, or a few minutes after. And so sometimes she works late. But she works for the health organization. The elderly and sickly. They take care of them.
Uh-huh. Well, that's a good person for you to know then. She can help you out when you need some help.
No, see, they stay there at the health place.
Uh-huh.
But you have to go there.
Yeah.
But I can't do that. See, I can't go there. But and I couldn't sit up and talk like some of them do. See, they get them by bus, and then they take them home by bus. And you have to sit up all that time, and I couldn't do it. I have to lie down. So I wouldn't enjoy it. I don't, even when I was young, I never cared for parties. I'd rather go on a picnic or out on a boat than to go to parties. My eldest sister in Florence, and they used to go down to, they had good parties those days. It wasn't like it is now. But they would go down at the lighthouse, and those floors were just beautiful. Have you ever been in there?
Never been inside.
You haven't? Oh, you've missed something. And those floors were hardwood, polished floors, and if I understand correctly, that every room had a fireplace. And that's where they would go. Florence and Leila would go to the dances. Of course, I was too young anyway, but I didn't study that. And we used to have picnics underneath of the lighthouse, where it was shaded and cool. But I enjoyed that, going on these picnics. Those days are gone, never to return. But I'm in hope for a more beautiful place than here. They said, someone was just telling me the other day that, a friend of mine, she's a really good Christian, and she said, tell about this person, I forget if it were a man or a woman, but it doesn't make any difference. But seemingly, they passed on, and they came back. Something happened that they came back from death, and said that they didn't want to come back. He said how beautiful it was over there, but they didn't want to come back. So I know there's a song, how beautiful heaven must be, and that's what I'm in hopes for.
For people like you, it will be.
Pardon?
It will be.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And Paul always said, I said, I want to go on. He said, Aunt Carrie, have you been saying that? And I said, well, I really want to go on. Oh, he said, you're going to be here for a long. I said, I don't want to be. I don't want to be here. And that's the truth. I don't want to be here. So, and then I miss little Buffy. I'll never get over missing her. She's been gone March the 7th till now.
Well, so that was just a few months ago then.
Oh no, it's over a year.
Oh, okay.
Year and March, April,
March.
May, June, July, August.
Uh-huh.
Year and 5 months she's been gone. And then her favorite, and then when Grace would come over and vacuum the rug, little Buffy that was her favorite spot right behind that chair. And the longest time when Grace would vacuum the rug, she'd think of little Buffy behind there. So I never, and she's in the backyard. I had a big vet that they loved her so much and took good care of her when I had her out there. But I'd always cry when I had to leave her, for anything.
Yeah.
So then they came, Dr. Dupre, and the colored man, he is so good. And Buffy was about the only one that would let him do anything for her. So they both buried her in the backyard. And I put over the grave, I put like cellophane, then I put bricks in. 20 iron. 20 iron.
It was funny that it was called sad.
Well, it's sad, I guess, because
Because you had to do it.
everyone had to iron,
I wonder if maybe it wasn't initials or something on it. That,
So that's what she went to.
well, you had a brother too, didn't you? No brother.
All girls. Just like the Lennon sisters are 5 girls. And their mother, have you seen their mother?
No.
Did you see that mother? It was on Lawrence Welk's show one night, the Lennon sisters. They danced the polka.